Oh, it's a totally different way to start the show this time, guys. Thanks for joining us. Normally we, fire up the show with a can, but right now we're surrounded by cans, as you can see. The guys are with me here, and Mr. Ledford is over there doing work. They're taking a break, and I showed up fashionably late, like I usually do. It's canning day at Tombstone. There he is. Hi, guys. He's all here. It's canning day at Tombstone. This will be a short show, but we want to show you guys what's going on behind the scenes. Madhouse in here. This just came off the canning line. The triple IPA is delicious. It looks so good. Not too bitter. Right at 10%. How's it going, Mr. Macbeth? I see you, brother. Somebody's home. We're here. We're just in Tombstone. We're not really home right now. So, hello. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, we're here. It is canning day, but as usual, tell us what you are drinking in the comments, and we will tell you more about what we've got going on down here at Tombstone Brewing Company. Collab canning day. Yeah.
It's a really big canning day for them. Like our I'm Asking You Nicely is coming off the line right now. They had another one going before, and they are just incredibly busy canning. It's been a really neat experience seeing the other side of it, right? Like we go to a bar, we go to the tap house, or we go to the bottle shop, and you buy a can of beer, you buy a bottle, and you obviously know it gets made somewhere. But the process, especially for an operation like Tombstone here, which they're not a giant brewer. They're making great beer, but it's not a huge space. It's not like they have all the amazing technology to make this easier. It's a lot of manual labor that we've been happy to help out with today because, they're obviously awesome. We appreciate this collab that we did with them because, Yusuf and Adam came down about a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
just about
10 days ago.
It's really good. So, I know there's a lot of people out there ordered. It'll make it up to the Phoenix area and other places, but make sure you get it.
Well, and speaking of all the stuff that's going on, if you look behind Adam here, we've got people that are on the final touches of canning day, right? So they're throwing labels on, they're putting the 4-packs together, putting them on the racks. But Adam has set up canning cam for you guys to take a look at.
I should have just called it the can cam.
You should have called it the can cam.
Yeah.
So there's can cam, and some of you guys might recognize some of these characters back there, but you can kind of make out Weedy right in the middle. Supervising and making sure everything is going according to plan. And
that's I'm Asking You Nicely coming off the canning line.
That is now. Indeed. I'm asking you nicely.
Yeah.
We have unlabeled cans, which we're perfect because I know what's in it. So first impressions on the beer, guys. Let's get Adam Ledford in here to talk about it too.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, you guys want to see something fun? This is going to be the very first label on a can.
You doing it? You doing
I assume. I have an assistant who's not pulling a label. I was hoping that she was just going to pull one label, but it's not happening.
Is this it? There it is. Hold on. Let's see that.
Oh, yes.
There it is. That's the first label going on our collab. I'm Asking You Nicely.
Watch you put it upside down.
Yeah, right? That means it's a coffee beer.
Look at that.
There it is. Nice.
It's so perfect.
I'm gonna buy this one.
My guy.
I just feel like this is now like a Spaceballs thing. Like, I need to go see Ledford. We'll beam over there and just walk across the this camera now.
This is a lot of fun. I have a lot of nostalgia for doing this from back in the day. But it's a blast for sure. Absolutely a blast.
It's there's a lot going on in here, and there are a lot of hands, a lot more than I expected to see. I got here a little bit later than you guys, but
it's canning day, right? And
everybody's in here.
We've been talking. Everybody's been really helpful, and really nice. We're trying to help them, but also we're learning more that they're canning a lot. And it makes sense because usually they would be kegging a lot and sending it out to different bars, different places. And obviously people are not dining in. Bars can't be served in-house. So they're buying cans for it to go. So Tombstone's creating or they're canning so much more than they're used to. And you saw it on CanCam, that's how canning works. But they're just doing it Brett and I got here about 11 o'clock. And they've been canning since we got to service out here. So it's kind of gives a look of what it's like for a top-notch, top-level, high-level brewery during a time where they would normally send kegs of this stuff all over the place.
Yep.
And they're not doing that, which means it goes into cans. And if it's going in cans, it means they have to be canned. Like, and the process is getting it in the can, getting the label, getting all this stuff so it can go out to the bottle shops and everywhere so y'all can buy this. So it's
Chris McBeth says, most of us look like a kid at a candy store. He's found his happy place. You found your happy place, Mr. Ledford.
Dude, I mean, honestly, this is the part that has been missing. Like, not being at the brewery, like, you miss the brew days and you miss the canning days because it's the most action and the most fun and camaraderie that you get to have. So, absolutely, I'm totally back in my zone.
they got coming to my hair. I mean,
Yeah, cut your hair, man.
I cannot cut my own hair. That's ridiculous. I'm not qualified.
Sam Fraser can do it. You'll just end up looking like Sam Fraser.
There are worse things.
I'm going to cut back to Can Cam, as we've called it.
Okay.
It's actually kind of neat. I wonder if I just pull this off, we can look. You can see where the cans are sliding through there and getting filled. And Ledford, you can speak to this a little bit more intelligently than I can, but they get blasted with some air before they get filled, correct?
Yeah, so what's happening basically is that you are having a small chamber of CO2 come in and purge the vessel. CO2 is heavier than air, so the CO2 stays in the can, and then it moves onto the filler head. That's why that section is walled off, so you are reducing any possible contamination by oxygen or oxidation at this point. Most of canning is just trying to avoid any DO or dissolved oxygen. There's even a little sensor that kind of shows how much they have, so they can make sure and make necessary changes. But yeah, I mean that's the technical side of things. Is they're purged, they're filled. As they run out of the fill box, the can lids go on there, and then the little cylindrical that very appropriately in Tombstone looks like a bullet chamber is where the cans spin, and then the seamer comes in and it crimps the seam line onto the can, and that's basically the whole process. Different lines can move onto an automatic labeler, or you could have pre-labeled cans, or you can have a hand labeling assembly, or the even better automated
Hey, while you're moving around, can you go back to the can line and give us a closer look of where the crimping is happening real quick? Like kind of just the crimping of the cans and like kind of how they're getting washed out a bit.
Yeah, so let's see if I can get a spin cam for you there.
It's a car wash for beer.
Yeah. So as it fills, what you're seeing is they're going to come across the lids, drape onto them. It goes into the merry-go-round, and then the seamer finishes the job. They come off the line. They go through a quick wash, and then they get palletized. Or they get boxed. So that's the quick and dirty right there.
And what's funny, and like sometimes it doesn't work out properly, right? Like they're doing that whole system, and every now and then a can comes off that you'll never see that. Hopefully we get to enjoy it because the beer in here is good. The can itself is clearly not.
Well, yeah, it's
not a foolproof system. Which
it's
is
bleeding, and we have to put it out of its misery. The can is bleeding.
We're good people like that, But that's the system. This is the best way they can do it, and it's still not perfect. Like I don't know what the average loss is in terms of cans they're not going to send out into the wild, but it happens.
And we're just so sad when it happens, but we hold a proper wake for it.
I mean, we'll pour one out for this can.
Let's say it's a little
be burial at sea.
Let's say the loss rate is probably a little higher when Social Distance Drinking Club comes to help. But
yeah, I don't know why. It's so weird.
It's weird.
It's so bizarre. So bizarre. Guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to tell us what you're drinking in the comments. We are drinking the triple IPA, known as I'm Masking You Nicely. Let me get that all nice and close for you. I'm Masking You Nicely.
I can't see because it's in front of me, but I have it in front of me.
You got it.
Good.
So keep an eye out for it. Up in Phoenix, it'll be around. It should make its way up the flag, I'm sure, too. Hops on Birch will have it up there, from what I've been told.
But just make sure you get it.
Just get it. Get it, and then get it in your mouth. because it's really, 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 really good. I got a can and did not share it with them because I thought they had already had one since I was late, and then instead I was admonished.
We're gonna do this whole thing of like, let's all try our beer together for the first time, and Yusuf's already just like chugging his. It's like, oh.
Look, I walked in and there was like empty boxes of Lunchables, and it just looked like you guys had been here since 6 a.m. I didn't know what was going on.
It's been a party.
I mean, there's kindergarten charcuterie boards sitting around here, so I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, hang on, Yusuf main screen me. We have a special guest here.
I couldn't hear you, but I'm sure somebody could.
This is Rebecca Safford from Tap and Bottle, down to pick up some of the deliciousness that just came.
Coming to get lots of beer. Yay.
Nice.
And one thing I know, like Tombstone, they're not doing like on-premise drinking, like our own beer works through this notwithstanding. But everyone's doing masks here. All the employees, anybody's customers in the back too. You can see it on the canning cam. So it's safe to come in and pick up some amazing beers. And since we've been here, we've seen a lot of people come in and pick up a lot of beer because they're smart people.
We're right now doing the show from this weird corner because we are far away from everybody else who have their masks on as they work. You can see them in can cam for the most part. 95% of them all have their masks on the entire time. And yeah. So again, I'm asking you nicely to wear a mask and wash your damn hands, so that we can all come back.
That's going to be the next word.
Wash your damn hands.
I mean, I'm asking you nicely, and in parentheses, and wash your damn
Wash
hands.
your damn hands.
That's the next one.
Wash your damn hands could be a good beer.
So we've learned about our beer here. I'm asking you, obviously it's a triple IPA, a hazy. It came in at 9.9% ABV, which obviously for a triple isn't really that crazy sounding. But when you taste this, it's not going to taste like a 9.9% ABV. So
Nope.
just be mindful, it's a perfectly tasty pool beer, but also it's like twice the ABV of a normal pool beer. So like it's really good. And like, so just make sure you get it.
Right, you want to get in here? I'm going to walk around for a few minutes, and I'll let you two chat it up.
Yeah,
Don't forget to take a look at socialdistancedrinkclub.com so you can get these sweet shirts we all have. Huh? Look at these sweet shirts.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's crazy.
It's a group of handsome gentlemen. So one of the things, and I'm sure Yusuf already talked about this a little bit, but with these limited runs, like the shops that are buying these, they sell out before it comes off the line. So basically, everywhere that's going to have it already has it. So if you see it there, that is it. That is your chance to get this beer because it's sold out. It is not even finished canning, and it's sold out. So.
We were here last night, Adam, and we were dropping off some pallets, and we were talking to Matt, the owner of Tombstone. He was telling us about how many orders have already come in for this beer. That when they sent it out, like all the places that order Tombstone beer, he's like, it's basically already sold out. Yeah.
They're accounted for.
Yeah, which almost shows you how high quality Tombstone is when everyone's like, oh, you made this beer? Yes, we know we want it. We know it's going to be good, right? It's just so much face because Tombstone's earned that. And so, yeah, like it's accounted for. Like it'll be available. People will have a chance to buy it, but it's not going to be like, oh, maybe we want that. Maybe we don't. We'll see how it plays. Like, no, it's purchased for places. Like you're going to find it at the places that were smart enough to get in on this because I mean, it's a Tombstone IPA. Like if you were going to get that anyway, like you were already doing it wrong.
Well, let's be fair. Like you can probably guess. Like if it's a bar in Phoenix that has an animal name in the title, or if it's Ground Control, or if it's Tap and Bottle or Caps and Corks, that's probably where you're gonna get it.
Or if you're casually drinking a pint.
Yes, one of those two. So like it's been a good time down here. Brett and I got down at Tombstone last night, and we dropped off some pallets and everything. We got to talk to Matt, the owner of Tombstone, and like Tombstone, as I say, it's really pleasant down here. People are really nice. You know, it's been kind of we walk around, people are saying hello and everything, and obviously the brewery they know what they're doing here. You know, they have a really good setup, and I was this is my first time in this brewery. I've never been to Tombstone Brewing, and I was curious like what it's like during a non-pandemic time, right, when they have tables set up and people are in here drinking and just doing what they do, and you can see the space, like what they were telling me, like you can see the space how that would work and just be an amazing experience, and why people come down here, one to pick up cans and bottles, but two just to hang out at the brewery and in this town. Like it's a good time.
By the way,
Yeah, without a doubt.
on Can Cam, Yusuf was back there and still not contributing any effort.
On brand. Can catches all. You can't hide from Can.
Well, that's the beautiful thing is if everything's running smoothly, like most of the folks who are there to make sure that something doesn't go wrong and just keep the automated process automated. But yeah, so Papa. But yeah, realistically, you hope that you don't need to help. That's a great canning day is when the least work possible is there.
So you've been through this.
Your face is good.
Like, you've done this before, Ledford, like quite a bit, probably. Like gone through this process on this day. You know, the fun that can be had and the frustration that can also pop up every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The best laid plans of mice and men. You want everything to go smoothly, and it's supposed to, but work. So brewing is an art, and making a beer come to fruition, like walking it all the way through fermentation, is really all about having a chemist's mind, a microbiologist's mind. But it's about adaptability. It's about making sure that you're flexible, you can manage change, and that you can deliver within certain constraints. And canning is kind of like a one-day microcosm of that whole process. Like things will go off. Like you can have little issues here and there, and you just have to adjust. And the knowledgeable, experienced folks who can make those adjustments are the ones who are ultimately successful. And that's a big part of why Tombstone is so successful, is because he's got a great team. Or Tombstone is successful because they have Weedy at the helm and they've got a great team to back them up.
You talk about the adjustments, and it's like breweries have had to adjust during these last few months, 5-6 months, just how their business operation is. And like, that's how you have this incredible canning day here today that, yeah, they're always canning beer, right? We've always had Tombstone cans, but the sheer volume of them has changed during this time because they're not sending kegs out everywhere. So like that adaptability to, like, yes, on canning day is, like you said, the microcosm, it's almost like it's the story of this time, right? Like you have a really good product. How can you get it out to places? Like they've had to change their entire business model to adapt to what's going on in reality in the world right now. And they've obviously been successful at it. It helps when you have really good beer, right? Like you're making great beer, people are going to want to drink it. They'll find a way. But this isn't a huge brewery. It's not a huge operation. There, I know we broke the story on our air however many about the Sierra Vista location that's coming. Talking about it, I'm like, did we break that story? He's like, I think you did. Like we had instead of like nice, but it's not like a huge brewery. It's not like you can see like Yusuf's camera, Cam, like it's a bunch of people here just working hard trying to get this done so that beer can get to that bottle shop, get to you in Phoenix or Flagstaff at a Casual or an Animal or a something, a tap and bottle, caps and corks. Like that's how it gets there, but it starts here.
There's a lot of people working hard, and then there's Yusuf walking around on Can.
Without a doubt.
He's got a good video of the entrance to the area, so that's good. That's top-notch quality.
This is going down way too fast, guys.
But here, have more.
Oh, bully.
Oh no! Let's have some more beer.
I kind of just wanted to slip that and get me filled back up.
The funny thing too, Adam, is like we've already known like the people that come in to order this beer and pick it up, and requests from all of us. You live in Tucson, Brad and I live in the Phoenix area. Like, can you bring this beer back for us? Like, bring our pallets of beer. It's like, no, we don't have the room for that. But like, when you're in Tombstone and you have it back, I mean, this is as fresh as it gets.
I mean, it's off the canning line for about 45 seconds.
Yeah, like that's a fresh IPA, and it's. But what's Yusuf doing now?
Oh, who knows what Yusuf is doing? Let's talk. Did we talk tasting notes yet? Like for folks who have had Ever or some of the other triples that they've done, this one has a little bit of a lower bitterness, so I would say it's even more accessible. Like I know, Brett, you said this doesn't drink like a 10-ish percenter, and I 100% agree. I think that this is dangerously smooth and palatable.
Yeah, it's. I would say it is soft on the palate with the nice hop burn aftertaste. That's pleasant.
No, it's a triple IPA. Like it certainly has that, but it's hazy. And the hazy kind of hides the IPA-ness, which is nice. So I'm not a big tasting notes guy. I don't really see them in IPAs. Like I don't know all the hops and all that stuff. But it's really easy to drink. like dangerous things you could drink in all the best ways. So, yeah, I mean, congratulations to every place that ordered this already and has it coming because you've done good.
And we're not just saying that because we kind of had something to do with it.
We're biased, but I gotta check on Cam.
Can.
You're in the hot seat. Brett Barry's in the hot seat. Post the show, Brett. The best intro. Yeah, post the show, Brett. The best intro. The best intro to the show ever was the one I was late for that you started. And instead of the label for the show, you used like the can.
Well, I don't have the access for all the producing things, so I had to improvise.
I tried to give it to you, but you said you didn't want all that responsibility.
I don't.
That's what I mean. It's you're a responsible person in general. You have a lot of things going on.
Yeah. I'm trying to be the pretty one that has a witty comment once in a while. Pretty and witty, that's my addition.
Pretty and witty.
You're doing so well.
It's not a bad beer. Hey, wait. We got another one. We got another one, Ledford. The next beer is pretty and witty. I say we just start brewing it now.
Oh man, what's the what was the musical with "I'm So Pretty" in it? There's certainly could be some can label art around there.
Was that not The Sound of Music?
I'm so pretty.
I feel
I'm
pretty.
so pretty.
I feel pretty.
Should be back.
Oh, I feel pretty.
I think so.
Pretty and witty and gay, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do
I mean, it is the weekend.
So, Ledford, you and I are trading spots. I'm going to Sonoyta. You just came from Sonoyta, right?
Yes, indeed. We took the fam out. We figured we were coming down. So, as many of you know, my wife is a super hardworking scientist, and she needed the break and the beautiful vistas that I got to see last week when we came down to brew this beer. And so we absolutely took advantage of our time down here. Went to Rune, went to Callahan, Deep Sky, the meeting room. Meeting room is pretty cool, actually. Dos Cabezas, and Autumn Sage, beautiful new tap room or tasting room they have down there. But yeah, we traipsed around over the couple of days and just lived it up. It was hot. It was definitely hot, but we enjoyed it.
It rained, right?
Oh man, last night for about an hour and a half, it absolutely poured. They got 2 inches in about an hour and a half last night. And yeah, super storm. We were afraid it was going to hail. I was a little worried about the truck. I thought we might get damaged, but it was nice. I mean, it cooled everything off. It was super humid, but with the cooler temperatures down here, it was lovely.
Yeah, Adam Green and I were chasing the storm heading south towards Tombstone and had quite the lightning show while we were driving down.
Nice.
Plus, we also had a basically full double rainbow driving through Tucson with the
have a double rainbow.
2 guys in a truck and a double rainbow. I think I've seen this movie, not on purpose.
and a pallet of boxes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
pallet of boxes.
I think it's Thelma and Louise, right? That was the one.
Pallet of boxes. It's the worst.
Hey, for everybody just joining us, we're at Tombstone Brewing Company for Canning Day. Tell us what you're drinking in the comments. And while you're watching, we'll give you a quick peek at Canning Cam over here. So you can see what's going on back there. I'm going to pull that down so you can see Canning Cam working. And head brewer Weedy Wiedenthal back there doing stuff. There he is, behind the shadows.
There's a weedy Wiedenthal in his controlled environment.
I see a Weedy.
He's quiet, but effective and efficient. He's now back into hiding. I'm not British enough to make that
No,
narration, but
apparently not.
No,
You're like the worst Attenborough brother ever.
Yeah.
I'm the British one after the Revolutionary War.
Well, guys,
I like the worst Attenborough. That needs to be a beer name.
good beer name. Solid beer name. Well, guys, we are live from Tombstone Brewing Co., but we do have to actually go back to helping out, put these beers in cans so that you guys can get your hands on our cans.
Or for Yusuf to start helping out.
You know, I do a lot. I do plenty. I'm here to document.
Oh, wait, so it's the office now. I'll just look at the camera.
Yeah, that's him.
Guys, thanks for joining us. We will post some stuff on our story on both Instagram and the Bookface. for you guys to take a look at while we're here. And also, if you
Hold
haven't
on.
already, yes, sir.
Drop the "the." It's just Bookface.
It's just that's
Just-
right.
just Bookface.
That's right.
Drop
I forgot.
the
It's the best thing to do.
You'll be cool.
If you're not already following us at Instagram, it's right down there. And if you don't already have a sweet Social Distance Drinking Club shirt, since Ledford's not wearing one, we'll just cut to this one. Hey, look,
It comes in blue as well.
you can get one too. So check us out, Social Distance Drink Club on Instagram. And you know what? Stay tuned. You guys are going to be drinking I'm Mastering nicely, at least here in Arizona, pretty damn soon. And I guess I'll go do some actual work, guys. One last look at the canning crew on Canning Can, killing it back there. Shout out to Tombstone Brewing Company for the opportunity to collaborate with them on this delicious triple IPA. And Mr. Ledford is labeling away. We are signing off. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining us. I got nothing to put on the screen except for our pretty faces to end this show. Salud. Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
Thanks again, everybody. It's another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. Ledford's over there. We'll see you guys. Thanks.